All right, guys, it's me back again with your April games for Humble Choice. Um, I I figured that they came out yesterday or today, but I just got home from work, as you can tell by blah. But we have a nice set of games right now, which is fantastic. So let's get over them, get this over with, so we can figure out what games I'm going to be playing for tonight because I'm starting my 7 days off, which is going to be great. All right, we've got Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts. This is going to be your basic first person shooter sniper game, obviously. One of the newer ones, I take it, that's come out. 2019, I guess, maybe. I don't know about newer, then maybe not. But obviously, you're a paid assassin. You take contract kills, you go into an area, you kill the person you're supposed to kill, and there you go. Right? Right. Next game. Another racing game, which I probably will not play. F1 2020 is the most comprehensive F1 game yet, putting players firmly in the driving seat as they race against the best drivers in the world. For the first time, players can create their own F1 team by creating a driver, then choosing a sponsor, an engine supplier, hiring a teammate, and competing as the 11th team on the grid. Build facilities, develop the team over time, and drive to the top. That's interesting. If it was just a racing game, I would completely throw it out. But if it's actually a management game too, I might be hooked a little bit. But I probably still won't play it. Honesty's a true value. Shinmu 3. I have absolutely loved Shinmu. I've actually played a little bit on the channel. I need to get back into that to complete it. But they're really long games, but I absolutely love it. I already own this game. I have not played it yet. Because I'm still working my way through 1 and 2, which I beat a long time ago on Dreamcast. And 3 came out relatively recently to build an end to the saga. I don't know if it's an end. The game's great, storytelling's great, action's pretty good. If you've never played the Shinmu games and you like that old school Sega sort of action mentality, I would say do it. It's fantastic, obviously. Basically, you play as Ryo Hazuki, an 18-year-old Japanese martial arts artist hell-bent on avenging his father's death. In this third installment of the epic Shinmu series, Ryo seeks to solve the mystery behind the Phoenix Mirror, an artifact sought after by his father's killer. His journey takes him to an immersive representation of rural China, brimming with activity and surrounded by beautiful landscapes. Ryo's adventure leads him to towns and mountain villages where he can further his training, train his hand at gambling, play arcade games, and work part-time jobs while investigating those who know the truth behind the Phoenix Mirror. Again, there are lots of minigames. Obviously, they like to do minigames on these things to death. It's a good game to get. I bought it for $30. You're getting it here for cheap. Next game, Main Assembly. Oh, it's a design game. Okay. Basically, you can create whatever you want. You just got to make sure it works. You're the designer, engineer, and architect. If you can imagine it, you can create it. Construct robots of any shape or size, from 8-legged spider bots to eerie UFO contraptions. Engineer each and every appendage with powerful visual programming, letting you dictate the bot's every move. When you've completed your masterpiece, open the world builder and craft the ultimate obstacle course to push your bot to its limit. So that seems rather interesting. If you're into that sort of gameplay, this might be right up your alley. Oh, it looks like you can share stuff too. All right. There's no creation without destruction. Nice. Next up, we have Rock of Ages 3. I actually own 1 and 2. I played 2 for quite a while. It's basically a weird sort of tower defense bowling game, which is kind of awkward, but really kind of cool. You get different sort of balls to roll, and you can You got to protect your castle from their ball, and you got to kill their castle with your ball. It's a very kind of funny sort of, I don't know. It says Monty Python-esque humor. I don't know if it's really, that sort of mentality. But there is some silly sort of humor in it. But I mean, if you're into this sort of game, this is actually pretty interesting and really kind of fun. It's a time sink. Like you start one for, start a game for a little bit and you end up 2 hours later like, okay, what have I done with my life? Sort of mentality. But it's very good. We've got, Remothered Broken Porcelain. Okay. Getting with the new Remothered game. Okay. The Remothered games are third-person psychological horror stealth games. I don't really like my horror games stealth too much, but it's a narrative-driven game where you play a little girl. It seems to be something weird going on. I've actually watched CJU Games play this because I haven't bought it. I have the first one. I played it a little bit, but I never really beat it. I've wanted to play this one just because of, it looks amazing. So if you don't want to get this game, watch CJU Games play it because he's, probably my favorite horror game player on YouTube. But basically, Broken Porcelain brings an abundance of welcome changes to the series, introducing new gameplay and storytelling elements that breathe new life into the characters and an unprecedented level of immersion in this haunting adventure. Perfect for both new and returning fans to the series. The truths buried in the Ashman Inn will not be discovered easily. Its many mysteries are intertwined and guarded by the looming threat of the Stalkers, powerful hunters trapped in time and the confines of its walls. Survival will take more than just quick reactions, as a strategic and resourceful approach will quickly become critical in this haunting adventure. Be smart. Knowing the best time to sneak, flee, or fight imminent dangers can quickly make the hunters become the hunted. Very interesting game. Very cool game. Both this one and the first one are very, very story-driven. So this is probably a must-play if you like stealth, horror, story-driven games. In Other Waters. Never even heard of this. In Other Waters tells the story of Ellery Voss, a xenobiologist who discovers extraterrestrial life while searching for her missing partner. When Ellery is called to planet Gliese 667cc by Mine Nomura, only to arrive at an abandoned base, she finds herself adrift in an ocean of secrets with little more than a malfunctioning diving suit and a strange AI to guide her. You are this AI. Guide Ellery and keep her safe as you dive deeper and explore an underwater alien landscape. The planet's unique life... Oh, shut up, I'm talking here. The planet's unique life and its dark history are yours to uncover, and the bond between you and Ellery will be tested by the secrets you learn. Through the shifting narrative, In Other Waters asks questions about the nature of natural and artificial life, and investigates what it means to be human in an epic of extreme environmental destruction. For life to continue, it must change. Which is actually true. This seems rather interesting. I will probably play this just so I can see what this gameplay is like. Like, this looks really kind of cool. Let's become a xenobiologist. Discover and catalog species through observation, scanning, taking samples, and interacting with alien life. Read Ellery's notes, look at her sketches, and help her classify an entirely new ecosystem. All right. So yeah, definitely. I'm on board already. Looks very good. We've got Avon Colony. What do you build a new home for humanity with Avon colonies? So it's basic sim game, but in a different planet. All right. I mean, sim games have been around for a very long time, and they have all been absolutely great. If you like sim builders, this might be right up your alley. I'm a really iffy person when it comes to sim builders. I like them, obviously, but they're more of a time sink for me. Like I have to have like a lot of time, and like if I'm sitting here and I'm watching TV on my other monitor, I can sit on a sim game and just let it last all day long. But you know. But basically, discover Avon Prime, an alien planet of deserts, tundras, and jungles light years from Earth. Avon Colony puts you in charge of humanity's first extrasolar settlement, where you build and expand your small colonies into massive, sprawling cities while dealing with the challenges faced with settling on a new world. Build your colony's infrastructure, look after the well-being of your citizens, manage your resources, and guide your colony to prosperity against the backdrop of the harsh and often dangerous realities of the exotic world of Avon Prime. Interesting. Like, I want to see what the aliens are like. Meet the locals. Encounter a variety of alien life forms, including giant sandworms, deadly plague spores, and a vicious fungal infection known as the creep. I think my ex-wife may got that. I mean, on to the next game. Ooh. All right. All right. You bringing up some of the good stuff. Okay, this is an indie game. Simulacra. These two games, I have actually seen people play this. It is fantastic, horror-driven game based on cell phone use. Right? It says you found the last phone of a woman named Anna. In it, you see a desperate cry for help in the form of a video message. The phone behaves strangely as you dive deeper into it. You talk to her friends, and they have no idea where she is. Her texts, emails, and photo gallery provides fragments of information. It's up to you to piece it together. Recover lost files, piece back corrupted data, and retrace her final steps. Find her before it's too late. Simulacra is an immersive narrative thriller using the interface of a mobile phone. Like all phones, you have messages, emails, gallery, and all kinds of apps to look through. With a strong focus on realism, the game's characters are played by live actors and shot at real locations. Dive into Anna's life as you look at her private photos, go through her dating app, or view her personal blogs. So, the game's fantastic, and you get both of them, 1 and 2. I'm just saying, like that's a good bargain. Okay, Colt Canyon. Interesting. It's got a 100% very positive on Steam. Okay. Oh, very low. Oh, it's almost like a twin stick. Roguelike. Okay, take a revolver and rescue your partner in this atmospheric, punchy roguelike game. Colt Canyon is a 2D pixel art shooter. Oh, hold on, my daughter is calling me. All right, sorry about that. My youngest decided to call me out of the blue. But okay, Colt Canyon is a 2D pixel art shooter where you control a cowboy and one of the many other unlockable characters whose mission is to save his kidnapped partner from the ruthless bandits. Take your gun and TNT and shoot your way through a hostile canyon full of hidden treasures, weapons, obstacles, and all kinds of bloodthirsty scum. Maybe you can save more people than just your partner. But watch out, once you get your partner, your job is not done. You'll also have to get back home. So it's really interesting. Yeah, okay. That might be a quick little fun game to play. Next game we have is Scully. I actually remember when this game came out, and it really did seem interesting. It's an indie adventure game, as it says up here in the corner, which you can see underneath my picture. On a remote, mysterious island, a skull washes up on shore and is reawakened by an enigmatic deity. Dubbed Scully, the newly reanimated being has been summoned to intervene in a war between the deity's three siblings, whose quarrel jeopardizes the island they call home. Fate has bestowed Scully with a second chance at life, and his adventure will take him across a strange paradise as he seeks an end to the conflict that plagues the isle. Hop, skip, and roll your way to victory. Dodge obstacles across the land as Scully, a skull reanimated by the power of a magical clay. Adapt to your environment. Transform into 3 distinct forms to overcome challenges and defeat enemies. Traverse a mysterious island. Roll through 18 different levels and 7 distinct ecosystems, each packed with unique dangers. Explore a compelling story. Fully voiced dialogue and cutscenes breathe life into the island's inhabitants and charming world of Scully. You can also visit their Discord. Nice. That seems to be a really interesting game. Now, next up we have Pop-Up Dungeon. I have actually heard a lot about this game, and it really seems interesting. Like, this is something I will probably play. Pop-Up Dungeon is a tactical roguelike RPG inspired by our favorite tabletop games. Make your own abilities, items, heroes, villains, and games easier than ever before. Create and share anything you can imagine. Out of the box, 1,500 plus abilities, 420 plus items, 200 plus fully voiced enemies, 36 playable characters. Games included branching story-driven campaigns, gameplay-focused runs, and 25 campaigns of the Wizard's Tower. Endless content. Lots of games have procedural content, but Pop-Up's easy-to-use creation systems allow for limitless, handcrafted content. Just hit the download button. Game creation. The tie nodes together to create your own games, from classic RPG adventures to grueling dungeon crawls and dating simulators. You can do it all. No programming knowledge necessary. Persistent gains. Collect and combine charms to power up your party and climb higher than before. So this does seem rather interesting. I will probably play this. And that is the games for April. Rogue Mansion is the DRM free game they give you this year. And our charity is Stop AAPI Hate. I have no idea what that is. Shall we look at it? Boom. Oh, well, it's not really. It just shows what all the charity is. But remember, these are really good games for the charities at hand. So I don't know. Let's see what this is. Hold on. Let me get my headphones on because I have no idea either. Boom. Let's check it out.
Hello, Humboldt community. I'm Manjusha Kulkarni, co-founder of Stop AAPI Hate. Thank you so much for providing Stop AAPI Hate this opportunity and for supporting our work. We are honored and humbled to be a featured charity this month. Stop AAPI Hate is a national coalition dedicated to raising awareness and addressing anti-Asian racism across the U.S.
Yeah, that's
Our
needed.
work encompasses the following. We track incidents of hate and racism against the AAPI community. Through our online reporting tool, available in 12 languages, we have received nearly 3,800 incidents of anti-Asian hate across all 50 states this past year. We provide resources to victims and their families. Working closely with local partners and organizations, we ensure those who have been affected by anti-Asian hate or violence are given the help they need.
Yeah.
We push for positive change.
It's quite sad.
Through our advocacy work, we push for policies, initiatives, and restorative justice efforts that reinforce human rights, foster community education, and protect our AAPI communities. Addressing anti-Asian racism is not easy, but we all can play a role. Through the support of the Humboldt community, you will help Stop AAPI Hate continue its important work to raise awareness and address anti-Asian hate. Thank you again for your support. Together, we can stop AAPI hate.
Let's hope. So there you go. That is the charity for this month. Really interesting. There you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can always like, subscribe, share with your friends. Leave me a comment. Tell me what games you want to play. Tell me what games you'd like to see me play. Every little bit helps. But there you go. Hopefully this helps you get you some good games. Until the next video, guys, be kind to each other.